Welcome back, guys. We're going to try this new powder by Hodgdon's, Hornady's Superformance. In all the manuals I've been seeing the highest velocities. Hornady won't give you, if you email them, they won't give you their load information. They simply say, it's contained in our reloading manual such and such, version such and such. So the heck with them. Barnes, you just email them and they'll give you copies of the pages out of the reloading manual. But I've been having real good luck with the LRX bullets. And I've been using both Reloader 16 and H4350, but I'm out of H4350 and I don't know what to do. Been to Cabela's, all the local gun stores, Bass Pro, but anyways, at Cabela's I picked up some of this Performance, which is a recommended powder in the LRX, so we're going to give it a try, and we're going for these velocities. I mean, it's almost 100 feet per second more than the other powders. So we're going to give it a try. I record all my data on these cards. I make them up before we go shoot, and then I record where they are and the chrono data, and then I'll figure the SDs, and this was the best load in Paul's Browning's Hell's Canyon 6.5 Creedmoor. We were getting SDs of 7, which these didn't group that great, but 38 3850. No, it was actually the best. The best shooting was 40.6 grains at H4350, but our SDs went up to 18, but we had our best groups. So I don't know. What do you want, the best HD or the best groups? So anyways, we're gonna be using these Hornady ELD matches because I got a bunch of them, and we're gonna go with Winchester primers, Starline brass, and first look, I can tell right off the bat I am not going to like this powder. I do not like ball powders or flake powders. Look at this. I got to deal with something that small. That's why I like the Hodgdon's extruded powders, like the 4350 and the 4831. You got these huge big stick that you can pick up and deal with. Some of this just spilled all over my lap. On carpet, just opening the bottle, and how am I ever going to get that up? I mean, it's almost like glitter. See, it was like right there when I opened the, which is interesting, that first time I've not had to almost cut it off, which tells me that somebody has opened this powder already. I bought it at Bass Pro, but I don't know what else. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to like this. I hate glitter, and this stuff reminds me of glitter. So we're not off to a good start. One thing I want to try and demonstrate, I've had big issues, and when my SDs get way off the board, and I finally found the problem, and that is this scale, this Hornady lock and load scale, is plus or minus 0.1 grain. And when I was loading for the 25/6 the other night, I decided to get the 502 scale out and start measuring it, and about every third throw was off up to 0.1 grain. So if I'm loading 55 grains of H4831 and my goal is 51 grains, and this thing's throwing some at 54.9 and the next one's 55.1, that's 0.3 grains difference in the throws, and that explains my SDs sometimes go way off. So let's see how this stuff meters. I don't think I'm going to like it. Also, the Barnes manual says I'm going to be doing compressed loads. See, the only way you can keep this thing from throwing overages is to put it in slow-mo. And if I put it in slow-mo, then it's so slow that I can hand trickle this faster than this thing. So I'm not real impressed with these electronic scales. Technology isn't always better than the old school. See, we're over again. So that's 2 I've thrown back. And by the time that I do get a good load, I bet you that I could have hand trickled this in this amount of time. Third in a row, haven't got one good one yet. Okay, that's what, the 4th one? One more, and if this doesn't work out, I'm also noting that this powder is sticking to the inside of the pan, unlike the extruded stick powders. Okay, it's all 5. Now what do we do? It hasn't thrown a single one. Alright, our goal is 43.5. See, this is the part that can take, I mean, I've had it take up to 5 minutes. Alright, that's our target weight. See, if you look at my scale, it's over. It's not on the money. That is real aggravating. It's close, but when you're working up loads and wanting low SDs. Okay, I do not like this powder. It is, I meter my powder in the kitchen table, and then I take my reloading benches out in the garage, but I really can't sit down and have a workspace for the powder with the reloading bench, and I need a nice level surface, and when I can't have my scale on my reloading bench. But anyways, I've got little tiny bits of powder everywhere, and it's just, I don't like that. It's too small. I don't know. You sure better shoot good. So I take my loading block, mark my numbers, and then I write on each of my cartridges what powder loads in there, and then I'll work up the load cards to record the data when I go shoot them. So next, I got 2 more rounds to go, and then we're going to go to the garage and load them up. I wish I had different dies, different seating dies for each round I'm shooting, but I don't. So I got to readjust this every time I shoot. So to adjust for these ELDs, you take a 7/16 wrench back the seating die off, then we're going to run one of my master rounds up, and then we're going to turn this die down until we make contact, and then we still usually need to go another, there, make contact, then we're going to have to pull it out, and usually we still have to go another 10 thousandths. So take one of my loaded rounds, I always rotate my bullets 3 times as I'm seating them to help with run out. I think it does an awesome job of helping with the run out. So seat it the rest of the way. Then we're going to take it out and measure it and then make our final adjustment. Like I said, usually have to go another 10 thousandths. See? So our goal is 2.8. So as you can see, we still got, I still need to set it another 50 thousandths of an inch. So we need to go down. So for every 180 degrees you turn your seating, it usually takes it 20 thousandths. So that should be pretty close now. Close enough. We still need to go 2 thousandths. So I didn't set a tripod up in here, so it's not going to close enough. So if you need to know how to reload, you can watch my other videos, but I just want to show you what I'm up to, and we'll film it on the range and what kind of groups we get. So I'm going to go ahead and finish loading these 15, and these are the Hornady ELDs I'm loading with the Superformance Powder. Federal brass Winchester primers.